Hello everyone and welcome to another battle report on the Rogue Dice. Today I am joined once again by Tom. Again, but it's something a little bit different. Tom is going to be taking my Blood Angels for a spin and I'm going to be using the Death Guard. So poor Tom's been using armies that don't have a codex. So, well, don't have an up-to-date codex, obviously they've got a codex. So we've decided, used probably, we think, is the strongest codex currently. All the codexes are really good, but we think the Blood Angels one is possibly the strongest one. So Tom's going to take those for a spin. I'm going to use the Death Guard, so it's going to be really interesting. But before I go through the list, if you check the description down below, there is a link to Living Realms, and there's a cheeky little code in there to get you some money off your gaming goodies. But now, let's get on with the list. So I'm going to be running a battalion.
Cool.
And heading up my battalion is a Lord of Contagion. He's armed with a Plague Reaper, and then the second HQ is a Malignant Plague Caster. He has Miasma of Pestilence and Purescent Vitality. So
Is that what you took last time?
It is, yeah. So it's -1 to hit, and then for the Miasma of Pestilence, and then the Vitality is +1 Toughness, +1 Strength.
It's really good.
Which is really, really good. So it can boost any of my troops up to Strength 5.
Yeah.
Which is pretty sweet. I mean, if you get in combat with me, I'm dropping your toughness anyway to 3 because of my...
Yeah, it's still be freeze, but...
Still be freeze, but the extra toughness is nice for any, like, if you bring a Redemptor, which you have.
Yeah.
Spoiler warning, Tom's brought a Redemptor, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Their main Gatling is Strength 6.
Right.
So then if I go to toughness 6, you're wounding me on 4s instead of 3s, so it helps that way, so it's pretty good. So then, the troop choices. We have, basically it's what I've always took so far with the Death Guard, because we're just trying to get more models sorted. I'm currently painting Death Shroud, so they will make an appearance soon. But, we've got a 7-man Plague Marine squad, 1 Plasma Gun, 1 Blight Launcher, 5 with Bolters.
Yeah.
Then the second Plague Marine squad is 10 Plague Marines, 3 Plasma, 2 Blight Launchers, 5 Bolters. A fully kitted out Plague Marine squad is bonkers.
They're really tough to move as well.
Yeah, they're horrible to move. They've got loads and loads of different special weapons. Like, I could take 3 Melter Guns if I wanted.
Yeah.
I could literally run a squad of 10, 3 Melter Guns, whack them in a Rhino and bomb up board sort of thing, do you know what I mean? But, or outflank. But I think I want to get some Hellbrutes. And then I can have, I want a combat Hellbrute that's got like a multi-melter and a fist, and then like a weapons battery one that's like missile, last kind of sort of thing.
Yeah,
and with
that's what I used last time.
With the Fire Frenzy strat, which Chaos should get, because we've got it, so I can't see why you'd get it, where you reroll ones on hit and shoot. It's so good! So hopefully, fingers crossed, Chaos players. I know there's quite a bit of salt online about Chaos recently, because it's, well not recently, but in general, because obviously you are underpowered, you're only 1 wound, as we found out in the last game. You get in there, just gotta wait.
Yeah.
I play Tau, so I'm also upset. They're probably on par with Chaos for being absolutely terrible.
Knowing my luck there, like all of the armies that I've got currently, they'll probably be the last codexes.
Probably, yeah. I suppose the good thing is though, because we've got so many armies with the studio now, you can just use anyone's army.
Yeah, exactly.
So that helps. So that's why, like I said, Tom's going to take my Blood Angels for a spin. Then we've got 2 blobs of 20 Poxwalkers.
So good.
They're amazing. Why would you not take them? They're just so good. They're actors. You've got a nice barrier. They can act as a big speed bump. You can use them to bog stuff down. If you combo the right stratagems and you roll obnoxious like I do, you just dish out mortal wounds.
Well, thing is, like,
It's
because
so
they're
good.
so cheap,
Yeah, they're like 5 points a model.
if you shoot at them, you're wasting your shots.
Yeah.
If you don't shoot at them, in combat, they're going to...
I'm going to bog you down. Yeah, Mutant Strain, Mortal Wound you, which always catches people out. Even if you shoot at them, you've got to put enough in to do enough damage, because if you don't, I'm going to spend a CP in my command phase. I'm going to roll 7 dice on each free up. I get 1 back.
It's good.
They're amazing. I absolutely love them. We've also got Typhus, who's not built. I'm going to get him built and painted.
Yeah.
And then he buffs Poxwalkers. I'm not sure what he does to them. I know he buffs them. It might be +1 strength, which is alright. But it'd be cool to do like Typhus and like a horde of undead.
Yeah.
Which would be pretty sweet. So we'll probably try and get some more Poxwalkers as well. On to the elites. We have a Biologist Putrefier who hopefully I'll do something with.
Yeah.
I never do anything. I never get to use his Blight Rack. Although, someone pointed out in a previous video I could have used it, but I'm still learning Death Guard, so I didn't realise at that time I could have used it. And the injection thing, when it powers units up, I've only done it once and nothing really happened, because I didn't roll any 6s. Very unlike me. But I'm going to try him again. He's 65 points, so it is what it is. Then we have the main core of my list. My Blight Lords, who are horrible to shift. I love them so much.
I just avoided them.
Do not blame you, because again, it's another unit that if you're going to shoot them, you have to put everything into them.
Yeah.
But if you're shooting them, you're not shooting the 40 Poxwalkers, you're not shooting the Plague Marines, you're not shooting a Plague Burst. Oh, they're so good. So 6 of them, and one has the Plague Spewer. Ideally, I'd like to get rid of the Plague Spewer and have like have the Blight Launcher possibly, because the Blight Launcher is a bit better because it gives a bit more range. Because the Plague Spewer has not come up too much. But it's just what we've got, so we're rocking around with that. The Foul Blightspawn, who's going to be very interesting for this game because he has the aura that is 3-inch, a fight last. So I have paid a CP. I've given him the relic of Revolting Stench Fats because I kept calling his ability Revolting Stench Fats, but it's not. It's a relic. So what that is if you're within 6-inch. You lose all bonuses for charging, and any ability that lets you strike first.
Is that including charge ability?
Yeah. So
That's
the Blood
so
Angels
good.
+1 to wound, you will not get.
Jeez, you can't.
So instead of wounding me on 4s, you'll be wounding me on 5s,
That's really
which is
good.
huge. Because if I didn't take that, I'm probably going to get beaten to death in combat. It's going to be horrible. So I took that. So he's got Viscous Death on his Flamer, which lets me re-roll it. As someone thankfully pointed out to me, because it's a contagion ability on his weapon, it gives him +1 strength. So it's a strength 8 Flamer.
Dirty.
Pretty good. It does 2 damage. It's like -2 or 3, so it just melts.
Yeah.
Literally turns Primaris into goo. It's lovely. I love him to bits. Then we have the Plague Surgeon, who obviously has the second relic, which is the Fuggerous Helm, so it gives me an extra 3 to my auras.
Yeah.
He's got the Living Plague Warlord trait, which means you can't use rerolls, I believe that one is, or aura abilities. Double check when we play. And his Feel No Pain goes to 6-inch.
It's good.
Pretty good. And then we have the Tallyman, who this time won't have his Toll Collector or Taker, where you can give the Exploding 6s. Because that's a relic, so I've took the Stench Fats.
Yeah.
And obviously the Figurous Helm, so he won't be getting that. But he can still pick a unit and give him +1 to hit, which is okay. And every command phase, 2d6, if I get a 7, get a CP, so that's alright.
That's cool.
Fast attacks! We have Malefic Blight Hauler. Hopefully he does something. There's a reason the multi-melter's called a multi-misser, because he literally just does nothing. I just like the model, so I keep putting him in, but he's not done anything. I suppose in his last game, he just were annoying to kill.
Yeah.
Well, not last game, but game before, he was, yeah.
Let's not dwell on that.
really annoying to shift. And then finally, to round out the list, we have a Plague Burst Crawler. Ideally, I'd want 2. Honestly, with so much stuff that I want in the Death Guard army, it's gonna if I put everything in, it's gonna be like 2,500 to 3,000 points.
Yeah.
They've got so much cool stuff, so many cool toys that I just want to use. We're gonna have to do a big game at some point
Yeah, well,
when I get some more things.
I actually put in chat today, I want to use as many points as possible.
I think we're due a big game.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to do that. But that's my list. Is 1,748 points of gooey goodness. So hopefully, I don't know what I'm going to do really. Hopefully I'll do okay. I feel like I will. It's an interesting matchup, like I said, because you want to get into me. I'm okay if you charge me, because I'm going to lower your toughness. It's just whether you hit me and I don't, and I'm tough enough and resilient enough to soak it up. And then, in true Death Guard style, if it's a war of attrition, I should win.
Yeah.
Whereas you want to hit me and just hammer me, and hopefully that you break enough of my stuff that there's not enough left of me.
Well, what I
stay
literally
around.
need to do is just focus on a set bit.
Yeah.
Every time I watch back a video, I try and be greedy and shoot.
Always
just shoot at one unit, for example.
Yeah.
Then it's removed it from the game, and I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. Always, the golden rule is shoot what you can kill.
Yeah.
Guys, the golden rule, it's one thing I've learned that's made me get better at the game, is there were loads of times I'd split fire and stuff. I found that overkilling way better than underkilling.
Yeah.
If you overkill, it's fine. Like, it's annoying, but it's not as annoying as if you underkill. And then you're like, and it costs you a game. I've been there before, it's not good. But anyway, I digress. I'll let Tom go through his list.
For the Blood Angels list today, I'm running a battalion.
Very nice.
I think battalions are just the best
It's
thing.
just a bog standard one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I guess. Unless you want to run something a bit funky, then Battalion's your best bet.
100%. So the first HQ that I've got is a Primaris Chaplain.
Very nice.
So he is a Master of Sanctity.
Yeah.
So means I can give him the Warlord trait. So he is the Wise Orator.
Yes.
So that means is +1 to cast a Litany.
Yep. 2 ups.
And so I've given him the relic Benediction of Fury.
Very nice.
So it gives him an extra AP on his
Crosses. Nice. I've never used this relic.
and it's 3 damage. So it means it's just.
Oh boy! You could walk up to a Terminator and just bonk him on the head.
Exactly.
Oh, that's no, you can't. It's -1 damage.
Yeah, just rub salt in the wound.
Yeah.
And each time it makes an attack, and a modified wound roll of 6 is a mortal wound as well.
Why have I never run this relic? It's really good.
I think it's in the Space Marine book.
It's probably why.
Yeah. And the other HQ is my Warlord. So it's a Primaris Chapter Master.
Nice.
So it's the one from Indomitus, Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
He's got Gift of Foresight.
Yep.
So I'm so jealous of this.
He's like the Custodians one, but better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
It means re-rolling 1 hit, 1 wound, and 1
Save?
save. That's the one. Is it perfect?
Per turn.
Player turn.
Per player turn, yeah.
That's really good.
It's gross.
And then I've got Visage of Death.
Yes. I said to Tom, take this relic, it's amazing.
So I'll read it like this. Each time a melee attack is made against a model, -1 to hit.
Yep, -1 to hit.
And also, whilst the unit's within 3, it loses objective secured.
It's amazing. It's so good. Because holding objectives is huge, so you just walk in and be like, yeah, it's my house now.
Exactly. And
What are you going to do?
I might have the one where it gives Obsec to call you.
Oh, you paid the CP for the extra Warlord, for the Warlord trait.
Yeah, I've got that as well. Rites of War.
Yeah, gives him Obsec and gives everyone around him Obsec.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's really good.
So it'll be knocking your Obsec off.
And then toggling
and giving
Obsec
me
for
more
everything.
Obsec.
Yeah, which is exactly what you want.
So onto the troops. I've got 3 choices.
Very nice.
So squad of 5 Assault Intercessors. Just
I like
to fill
it.
out the points.
Yes.
I was going to run 3 squads of Intercessors, but you said in chat that they're really good, the Assault Intercessors.
The Assault Intercessors are amazing. They're so good.
I thought I need a bit more combat ability.
Yeah. Well, when I run, you've seen in previous games, when I run them, I run 2 squads of 5, and then I have the big Blood of Death company as well. And it's gross to deal with, it's horrible.
I may have that. You never know. And then I've got 2 squads of Intercessors.
Yeah.
So they
Objective holders.
Yeah. So they both got bolt rifles.
Yeah.
And both got the grenade launcher as well, because they have 10 points spare.
Oh, fair enough.
So I think I might be wrong with this, but because it's a grenade launcher, you can actually use it in addition to your rifles.
Maybe, because I never use them, so I don't know.
Because it's the same as the Custodes term is.
Yeah.
So they can shoot with an axe then.
And then do the grenade as well.
Yeah.
We'll look into that, because I'm not sure off the top of my head.
It could matter as well, so
Yeah.
you never know. Then onto the elites. I've maxed out elites.
As you should.
Yeah.
That's how it's done.
They're so good. So, new one, I don't think you brought this before. So, 3 aggressors with Flamestorm gauntlets.
No, got them painted up and never used them on the channel, so it'll be interesting to see how they do.
I thought
Against
Flamers are good
Poxwalkers.
Yeah, exactly.
Gross.
So,
Oh boy.
we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
And then, squad of 3 Blade Guard veterans.
Oh, I'm so glad you
Amazing.
brought Blade Guard. They are one of my favourite units from Marines now. I love the models. The rules are amazing, and in game they just destroy so much.
I think point for point, they're probably the best unit in the game.
Good. I've got more to build as well.
Yeah.
Ideally, I want to be rocking 3 squads of 5
That'd be really
in
good.
3 impulsors.
I wouldn't like to come up against it, but I'm happy to use it.
Yeah.
And then I've got a squad of 10 Death Company Intercessors. So these are the
Very nice.
assault ones.
Yes.
Um,
Kitted out for assault.
Yeah.
Because I get there might be a reason to equip them like regular intercessors, but for me, nah.
yeah.
Give them chainsaw, bolt pistol, get them up board.
And it's just lore-wise.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and lore-wise, it's cool. But it's terrifying. So I'm gonna now know how it feels for everyone when I play against them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to roll a lot of dice.
Yeah, there's a lot of dice. It's horrible.
And then I've got the Invicta Warsuit.
Nice. I've not used the Invicta in a long time, actually. It's been a while.
It's got the Frag Storm Launcher.
Yeah.
Heavy Bolter.
Yeah.
Incendium Cannon.
Ooh, gone with a Flamer.
Yeah, because
Ooh.
I think the other weapon was 2 damage.
Yes,
So I thought I might as well try.
Yeah, it's the auto
instead.
cannon, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. And he's got the Heavy Stubber as well.
Yeah.
So he's got a lot of DACA. And then got the Judicar. So it just is where it is.
Yeah. I did say I've said all along, if your army has an ability that lets someone fight last, take it.
Yeah.
And it also does help that he's a beast in combat.
Yeah, it's quite good.
It's so good. 4 up invulnerable, can do mortal wounds.
I'm really excited to use this
Really
list.
good. Really, really good.
I've seen on so many battle reports what Blood Angels can do. It'll be nice to
Take it for a spin.
Not saying that the armies that I use are extremely underpowered,
Yeah.
but
That's
it's good to
compared
go toe-to-toe.
Compared to a current Codex
Yeah.
army, they're massively underpowered. Which is why it's going to be nice that you can take an up-to-date Codex for a spin.
Yeah,
So then you can actually, for once, be on a level playing field.
yeah.
Basically.
See what it's like.
Yeah, yeah.
I've always wanted a. I keep saying I've always wanted a Marine army, but then I'm buying more demons, and it's my bank card just crying.
Oh, Games Workshop have you, sir.
Yeah.
They have your soul.
Always. Well, I had about 10 years hiatus of
Yeah.
not playing, so.
And then
it's
you
like,
come back and you're all in.
Yeah, exactly. All in. So got the Redemptor Dreadnought as well.
Yeah, never leave home without one. They're amazing.
Really good.
They're so good. Like you said, you've got the Canticle of Focus,
Yeah.
hitting on 2s, next to your captain, re-rolling 1s. You don't have a lieutenant, but you can pop Wisdom of the Ancients,
Yeah.
choose the ability to re-roll 1s to wound.
Yeah, so
It's gross.
re-rolling everything really.
Yes,
really.
it's disgusting.
So he's got the Fragstorm Grenade Launcher, so he's got 2 of them.
Okay.
Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon.
Yeah.
And the Fist as well. I think he's got 2 Gatling Cannons.
It has a mini Gatling, yeah.
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 Because that's 5 points extra to pay for.
Yeah, yeah. He has the little underslung Gatling.
Cool.
So he gets like 20 shots overall. It's pretty
it's
dirty.
really good. I think that's all the elites. So moving on to the fast attack.
Ooh.
Squad of 3 Outriders.
I love Outriders. The models are amazing because they're big chunky sci-fi bikes.
Yeah.
And in Blood Angels, they're really good. They're
Well-
just mega fast. You can get like a turn if you can easily get a turn 1 charge off of them.
Yeah.
Like if on certain deployments, or if your opponent goes first and moves forward, you just bomb forward and you just straight in. Or you can get onto an objective and like hunker down and get domination points and stuff.
It's just, I wasn't going to take them.
Yeah.
But then I looked up the list and I thought, I haven't really got manoeuvrability.
Yeah.
And
Well, what's weird is because you've got assault stuff. Your assault stuff is quite manoeuvrable.
Yeah.
Because it's pistols. You don't want to shoot anyway because you're not in range, so you're always going to be advancing, and you get +1 to it as well.
yeah.
So you'll be a lot faster than you think you are, but the bikes give you that constant. It's just 14-inch every turn,
Yeah.
and if you turbo, they move like 20.
Oh, is it Auto 6?
Yeah, they just move 20, which is gross. They can't shoot,
Yeah.
but if you need them to zip onto an objective for like score some points at end of game or whatever, you can do
Yeah.
that. It's pretty good.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Then finally, Heavy Support.
Yes.
I think you know what's coming.
I do, yeah.
Squad of 3 Eradicators.
Yeah, another one, never leave home without them.
But I don't know whether you've done this before. I paid 15 points to give him heavy melter rifles.
Oh, I've never used these.
So these ones are, instead of D6, it's D6 plus 2.
D6 plus 2.
And if they're in half range, it's D6 plus 4.
Sorry, what?
Yeah.
How many points are they?
15 points for...
For each gun.
Yeah, so 5 points extra.
Ooh.
And let me just...
I've never used those.
They can
That's gross.
shoot twice as well.
Yeah, if you shoot the same target and you don't advance, you can. Because if you advance, you can't. But
Yeah.
you can easily outflank them and just pop on out and be like, oh look, see you later, Plague Burst. Or you could pop out and shoot my Terminators. Or
Especially when it's
Ugh.
D6 plus 2.
Yeah,
Standard. That's horrible.
And then D6 plus 4, was it?
Yeah, D6.
What is that nonsense, Marines?
So, against you, it could.
That's
do a
huge.
maximum of 9.
Yeah, that's huge. That's disgusting.
Yeah. So
Ugh.
if I go for your Plague Burst,
Yeah.
more than likely it should die.
Should die. It's only got 5 up invulnerable.
Yeah.
I mean, it is me, but still, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never used them before, so it'd be interesting to see what they do.
Yeah, I feel like it's an auto take.
Yeah. If they're only 5 points more, yeah, I don't know why I've not.
We'll
won
just
them.
have to see what happens. But that's my list rounded out at 1750. Exactly.
Oh, bang on. Very nice. So, the mission today, we'll be playing Scorched Earth. So, it'll be interesting, because there's going to be a scrap in the middle of the board. So, that'll be interesting, but it's not very central. It's split.
It's more or less like 2 halves.
Yeah.
Which is...
So, we'll have to see how that goes, because it'll be interesting for secondaries. I always find secondaries really hard to take.
I'm excited for secondaries because I've got a lot of choice.
Oh, you've got so much choice. Because you've got the Blood Angels one, and then you've got the regular Space Marine one.
Am I right in saying you can only take 1 from each book?
1 from each book, yeah. But it still gives you 2.
Yeah.
In theory, doesn't it? Because it's 1 from each. But yeah, those are the lists. So we'll be back after we show you the mission map.
Today's mission is Scorched Earth, a Strike Force mission from the Warhammer rulebook. 6 objectives are placed around the battlefield. The primary objective, which you score 5 victory points for each of the following if they control 1 or more objective markers, 2 or more objective markers, they control more objective markers than their opponent. This primary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round.
So here we go. We have deployed. Tom, would you like to walk me through your deployment and then your secondaries, sir?
Sure. So, just a line of units really. So, Intercessors there, Chaplain, Blade Guard, Redemptor, Judicar, Assault Intercessors, Death Company Assault Intercessors, Intercessors again, the Bikes, Outriders, Invictors, is it Concealment or something?
Yeah, like infiltration. Managed to work his way forward.
Aggressors are there.
Out on the flank, very nice.
And we've got the Eradicators in, what's the...
Outflank.
Outflank.
Yeah. So you've spent the CP there and they're an outflank.
Yeah.
And also, we realised when Tom did his intro for his army list, we realised that we didn't have the Captain with the Storm Shield painted.
No.
So to save proxy in, we've just swapped some stuff around. So Tom's dropped the 2 grenade launchers from the Intercessor Squads, and it means he's got a Captain in Gravis armour now.
Yeah. As for secondaries as well, so I've took Raise the Banners,
Yep.
I've took Assassinate and Oath of Moments.
I have a ton of characters, so Assassinate is
Yeah.
perfect. So Oath of Moments will be a bit weird for you because there's obviously not an objective in the middle.
Yeah.
They're sort of spread out either side, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting game. I'm going to walk through my deployment. So I've got my Poxwalkers are currently holding the objectives here, and they've pushed far enough forward as they can at the moment, and they're going to shunt up the board. I've got my core in the middle, both my squads of Plague Marines there, all my blob of support characters, my Termies hold anchor in like the centre of my battle line. I've got the Plague Burst over here, and I've got the Blight Hauler over here. So I put them down last because I was waiting to see where Tom was going to put his dreads, so I've sort of put one over there to deal with the Invictor, and one over there to deal with the Redemptor. So, my secondaries, I have chosen Raise the Banners. It was really hard to pick secondaries. I was really struggling. Raise the Banners. Attrition, literally because I was just struggling to pick. Yeah. And then Engage on all fronts. I didn't really want to engage on all fronts because I don't really want to be coming forward and engaging you, funnily enough. But the 2 objectives are literally in the middle of the board, are on the middle of the board. They're on the halfway point. So if I want to be holding them, I'm going to be in extra table quarters, so it's worth me doing. So shall we roll to see who goes first?
Indeed.
So Tommy's using my Blood Angels dice today.
Let's see if they're rigged or not.
Yeah, he's going to see if they're rigged, so you go first.
6.
Uh-oh, boys, I'm going to get found out for using loaded dice. A4, Tom, you go first. We will be back after Blood Angels movement turn 1.
Finished the movement phase. I did my 2 litanies, so I've give +1 to hit to the Redemptor. And I've done, is it Canticle of Hate?
I believe so. I can't remember the name, yeah.
So +2 to charges as well.
Yeah, so that's in a 6-inch aura.
Yes, I've advanced the Chaplain. So it's got within 6 inches of the Death Company, which have Fallen Hoped, which is 2 CP.
Yes, Fallen Fury is forwards, 2 CP because there's 10 of them.
Yeah. And I've positioned them within 6, so they'll be getting the +2 to charge.
Very nice.
So there'll be 7-inch charge, 6-inch charge. No.
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, 7-inch charge. Because you were about 9 inches away? 10, 9 inches away, weren't you? So. But before we roll the charge, we'll double check it just to make sure. But it's very scary looking.
Yeah.
And we've got this flank as well.
Yeah, so I've just moved these up. I've ran the aggressors because they won't be in range for a while. Intercessors have stayed still.
That's literally what they're there to do, hold those objectives. You've got Raise the Banners. Did you take Raise the Banners?
I did, yeah.
Do you want to raise the banners with them as an action in the shooting phase?
Yeah, I might as well.
Yeah.
Because
then you'll start ticking points in.
There'll be 20 shots, but it won't really matter, I don't think, at first.
And it'll tick points in for you as well, so.
Yeah. So they'll raise the banners. And then I've just moved this clump up as well.
Yeah,
like
big, scary clump.
It's only the Chaplain that's advanced.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be doing anything.
No, nothing's in charge range. And Tom, I just pointed out to Tom as well, I didn't know if he meant to do it, but he's like on a diagonal, and he's perfectly cut the board in half. So he's holding the 3 objectives there, and I've got this flank is heavily threatened for me. And then I've got this bit to work with a bit more, so it's going to be interesting. I'm going to get a taste of my own medicine playing against the Blood Angels for one. Yeah, so that's the movement. So we'll be back in Tom's shooting phase.
So into the shooting phase now. I'm just going to do a couple of pop shots from these Death Company Intercessors into your Blight Lords.
Yes. So this will be interesting. So
it's only 10 shots, so you never know what happens. So hitting on 3s, I believe.
You are indeed, sir.
So that's 4 misses, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's a decent roll, that, dude.
Then wounding on 5.
Yeah, this is the hard bit. But that's a good roll.
3, yeah.
I have my dice. We have 3 2-up saves, as they are in cover.
It's happening already. But
not like this.
I've got Kyle's dice, so it might be a
yeah,
sixes.
You have no power here. Right, yeah, that's the thing that happened.
Yeah.
I love how we didn't react. We just sort of stared at it like, oh, okay.
It's fair enough.
Fair enough. And do you know what you're shooting next, Tom?
I'm going to do the bikers into your Blight Hauler.
Into the Blight Hauler. Not a problem, sir. So there's 3 of them. They've got 2 bolt rifles each, so they can rapid fire at full range because they are bikes.
-1 to hit at range?
No, only in combat, sir. Cool. It used to be at range, but it isn't a thing anymore.
Yeah, if it was going to be -1 to hit at range, I probably wouldn't do
Shoot
it.
something else.
Yeah.
So you've got
6 shots? No, 12 shots.
12 shots, yeah.
So 6, 12.
The Outriders are very, very good.
So they'll be hitting on 3s?
Yes, hitting on 3s, sir. You'll be winning me on 5s, because I am toughness 7, I believe. So here comes the hard bit. 5s?
Just 1.
Just the 1. So then I've got I would have a 3-up save, but it is -1 because it is a bolt rifle. I passed anyway.
Yeah.
So that's fine. So far, the Death Guard are holding firm, but you've got your Dreadnoughts and stuff to go yet. So, ooh.
What I'll do is I'll check all the stats for the Redemptor, because I'll fire him next, and just have a look who I want to fire him to.
Not a problem.
So, gonna go with the Redemptor Dreadnought now. So, I've popped CP for Wisdom of the Ancients.
Yes.
So, I'm gonna choose the one so it's re-rolling the wound rolls of 1.
Very, very powerful.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna use the 2 Fragstorm launchers into the Poxwalkers.
Yeah, and because it's blast, it means you just get 12 shots.
Very nice.
Which is gross.
And then the Gatling cannons are going to go into the Plague Marines behind.
Which are behind. Not a problem. So who are we doing first?
So these will be the Fragstorm.
So hitting on 2s, rolling 1s?
Yes. It's usually D6, but because it's blast, it's max.
So 12 shots, hitting on 2s. Rerolling those 1s. We should probably get full house. Nope, you drop 1 because of course.
Wounded on 3s, is it?
I'm toughness 4, sir.
So wounded on 4s. Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s?
No 1s.
Of course, that's always the case. How many 6-ups do I have, sir?
You have 5 in total.
5 6-ups. I passed not a single one, so I lose 5 Poxwalkers. So I'll just put a number next to them, and I'll remove those in a second while you just get your dice.
I've got the Onslaught Gatling Cannon.
Yeah, so that's the big one.
Yes. No, that's the smaller one.
Oh, small. Oh, because it's heavy, isn't it? Yeah.
So hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Yes.
And then wounded on 4s,
Rerolling 1s. I'm getting a taste of my own medicine. Ugh. I'm getting a taste of my own medicine with the Gatling. It is gross. Oh, this is going to be painful.
Then 4s.
That
no
is
1s to reroll.
But it's a good roll.
It is.
So it is -2. So I'm on 5 ups.
Correct, and there's 5 dice to roll.
Yes, so 5 ups, and then the Plague Surgeon's there. He does have the Fugarus Helm, which gives him his Feel No Pain. That's 4 dice. I can't count, but I've passed 2. I lose a Plague Marine in half, and I just need to check if I gave him the Fugarus Helm or if I give it to the Blight Spawn. So just bear with me a second. So after a quick check, I did indeed give him the Fugarus Helm. I wasn't sure if I gave it to the Blight Spawn or not, but I did keep it on the Surgeon. So 3 6-ups, I make 1. So I do indeed lose a Plague Marine. So
cool.
1 has fallen, so I'll put a dice next to them. And I'll remove them once Tom's finished his salvo.
Yeah, so I've got the heavy Gatling Cannon now.
Ooh, so this is 12.
Yes, hitting on 2s.
Rerolling those 1s.
3 1s, so it's worth it. And then these will be wounding on 3s.
Yes.
But re-rolling 1s again.
Yeah, this is going to be painful.
Just 1-1.
Just 1-1. It converts. Oh, this is going to be very, very painful.
9 in total.
2, 4, 6. 9 5-ups required. Okay, so currently I've passed 2. So I would be losing 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I'd be losing 3.5 Plague Marines. But we have 6s. Of which I make none. So I lose 3.5.
That's really good.
So I've lost 4.5 Plague Marines so far. So basically I've nearly lost all of my bolters.
Yeah.
Ouch! I'm going to remove those, and then I'll show you the big hole that Tom's left, because he's a big meanie, and then we'll see what he's doing next.
I'm going to go with the Invicta Warsuit now. So I'm just going to put everything into the Blight Lords. Is it the Blight Lord Terminator?
It is indeed, sir.
So I'll do the Frag Storm first.
Yes.
So this is the shots. So 4 shots. Hitting on 3s.
Yes. Good roll.
Then wounding on 5s.
Yes.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And then I've got...
Did you roll all 4 dice then, sir?
I believe so.
Oh, right, okay. I was just double checking. I thought you'd only rolled 2 for some reason then.
I did 2 and 2.
Ah, right.
Yeah, so
Ignore
2.
me. I was just making sure you'd actually rolled all 4.
Just trying to play mind games.
No, I was wanting you to get all your wounds in.
So hitting on 3s with the heavy bolter.
Yeah.
And then hitting on 5s, is it?
No, it's heavy 5s, so it'd be 4s. Heavy 5? It's not heavy 5, it's strength 5, ignore me. So 1 wound. It is -2. So 4 up, passed.
It's all good. And then got the heavy stubber.
Yes.
So this will be hitting on 3s, wounded on 4s.
Not a problem, sir. It's not bad. The rogue dice over here, excuse the pun, is hit as well.
Excellent pun.
And then...
Just 1?
Just 1. Minus... Oh, I dropped my dice. -1, so this would be... I'd be on a 1-up because I'm in cover, so it's back to a 2-up.
It's -2.
It's -2,
it
but
matter.
it don't matter when I do that. Thank you, Tom. I should know how to play Space Marine, shouldn't I, really? Have you got any more shooting, sir?
That's everything. So,
Do you know what?
it's really good.
Yeah, how do you think it went for you? First ever shooting phase,
I feel
Space Marines.
jealous for the power that Space Marines have.
Do you know what it is? They're so efficient.
Yeah. And it's rerolls as well.
That's it, the efficiency is mad.
Wisdom of the Ancients only got me 2 more wound rolls, but
It's there just in case,
it's
innit?
another Plague Marine, so
Yeah, definitely.
quite happy with that. I just need to see what happens in the charge phase.
So if we look, before we move to the charge phase, you can see the hole was blown in the Plague Marines here. I've lost 4.5, so I've got 1 bolter guy down to a wound, and then I've got my special weapons left. Then we've lost 5 of the Poxwalkers. Blight Lords took a hammer in, but they shrugged it off. It's what Blight Lords do.
Yeah.
It's what they do. They're designed to do that, so that's expected. But yeah, we'll be back, because we have a big early game charge coming up.
Yeah. Right, so into the charge phase now. So I'll do the Death Guard.
Hey, oh, what's going on here?
Death Company into the Poxwalkers.
Yes, so I've left a little marker so you guys can see at home, and so me and Tom can remember once we've measured. So they need an 8.
Yeah. So I'll do these first, because if they don't get in, I'm not going to charge the Invictor.
Yeah, and you'll want to re-roll those, won't you?
Exactly. Yeah. So I need an 8 on these 2 dice. That's a 10. Sorry, that's a 9.
It's a 9, but it is a 10 because you get +1.
You don't, because it's...
You get +2 because it's Blood Angel, because of your Chaplain.
So it's an 11-inch charge?
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's scary.
And I'll do the... what's it called? Invictor Warsuit.
The Invictor Warsuit, who
needs a 7.
Needs a 7.
Oh, no, it needs 6.
Needs a 6. You're
He's
in.
as well.
You've just made a... Yeah, that's horrible. So I'll let Tom move those in. I'll have a little cry, and then we'll be right back.
Right, so into the exciting fight phase now. So I'm going to go with the Death Company first. So they've got 3 attacks base.
Yes.
+1 for charging.
Yep, for Shock Assault.
+1 for Chainswords.
Yep, and then
+1 for
Black Rage because they charged as well, which is gross.
So I've got 60 dice, so I'll roll 30 at a time.
Yeah, and Tom's popped a CP for General Might.
Yes. So 6s will be auto wounded
Yes,
as
so it's pretty spicy. They should, in theory, be dead. We're going to have to use the dice tray because there's a lot of dice. Tom literally cannot hold all the dice. There is that many. Here we go. Hitting on freeze. Any 6s, just put to the side because it's automatically wounded.
2. Then I'm right in saying these will be wounded on freeze as well.
Wounding on freeze. So normally be wounding me on 4s, but you are Blood Angels and you have charge, so you get +1 to wound, so freeze. That's a really good roll. So how many saves are we looking at?
So we've got 4, 8, 12, 17.
Ooh, so the squad will live. Oh no, you've got an Invictor.
Well, I've got 30 more dice.
Yeah, you have. That's a very good point. Right, so I've got 17 saves?
Yeah.
Oh boy, let me get 17 dice and we'll see what happens. So here we go, 17 6-ups for the Feel of Pain. I've made...
A couple.
I've made 4. So I lose 13. Okay. That was the thing that happened. So I'll just remove these dice out and you can roll your next 30. So I've lost 13 so far, so let me make a little mark.
I'm not going to say anything because...
Well, in reality, they should be dead. So...
Well, you've said it now, so...
We'll wait and see.
So, 1 hitting on freeze.
Yeah, 6 is auto wound.
1, 2, 3. Just 4 that time, but there's quite a lot of hits. So we have got a lot actually. 4, 8, 12,
Uffed.
15, 19 this time.
Okay, I've got 12 dice here. I've lost... I've 13, yes, I've got 12, so... Yep, that's the squad. Very nicely done. So they are wiped, so I will remove them from the board. So it is the end of Tom's turn 1. How do you think that went?
Really well. I can see why Blood Angels is a top tier army.
Yeah.
Because everything went well. And even if it didn't go well, I've got rerolls.
Yeah.
So,
Marines are so efficient.
Yeah.
And you do end the turn on 2 points.
I do.
Because I raised the banners, so they're going to start ticking over.
Currently on 4 objectives.
Yes, which is really, really big. So you raised the banners as well. You're probably going to get 10 points because I can't see me getting over into your side of the field. So I think you should be good there. But we're going to head on into the Death Guard turn 1, and we'll be back at the end of the movement phase. So here we are at the end of Death Guard movement turn 1. So in the command phase, spent a CP, and I brought back 5 Poxwalkers using that stratagem, and then they advanced and they have claimed that objective. The Plague Marines here have stayed there. The Plague Burst Crawlers stayed the same. I've done some manoeuvring over here. So the Lord of Contagion, because normally my Contagion's 1 inch in turn 1, but he adds 3 inch, so they're now in it, so their toughness is dropped by 1.
Yeah.
I've moved stuff around. We're basically going to lay into the Death Company, try and get rid of those, take that objective back. I've got the Blight Hauler here, who's going to shoot into that. In fact, I'm just going to manoeuvre him, because I did put him there originally and then moved him back. I am going to keep him there. Just in case I wipe the Death Company and then I can't charge into them.
Yeah.
So I'll go back to my off camera. I'd moved him and then moved him like to where he was. So I'm gonna keep him there, thinking about it. So that was a very painful first turn. So we're gonna do some psychic powers. So first up, Tom.
Yeah.
We have Perescent Vitality. So, this is cast on a 7. I'm going to put it on the Poxwalkers. +1 strength, +1 toughness. It does not go off. I'll spend a CP. It does not go off. Amazing.
Another thing to mention as well, you rolled the morale on the
Oh, yes.
Plague Marines.
On the Plague Marines, so I lost one from the failed morale, then I lost another one from the attrition tests.
And you spent a CP to re-roll the advance as well.
I did on the Poxwalkers. So I've just spent another one, so I am down to 8.
That's quite a lot of CP still.
And I'm going to do Miasma Pestilence, which goes off on a 7, which is what I needed for the Vitality, but that's how it goes.
What's that one do?
The Poxwalkers are -1 to hit.
Good.
So that's alright. Oh, and because I've casted Power on 7, I pick a unit within 12 inch,
Yeah.
and they take a mortal wound. So your Death Company take a mortal wound, but you get a 6 up, feel no pain. So yeah, you take a
one
wound. So
down
we've
to one
started already. So we will be right back in the shooting phase. So it is time for the shooting phase. Over here, I have used the stratagem, the Blightning, which I've not had a chance to use yet. So the Plague Marine squad here have taken their Blight Grenades, they've exploded them at close range onto the Death Company. So it changes them from Blast D6 to Pistol 6 if Tom was in engagement range, if we were in combat. I would auto hit, but I don't. They've received the Talisman buff, which gives them +1 to hit. So they're hitting on 2s, they're re-rolling 1s cost of the Lord. And the Biologist Putrefier is here, which means that their grenades are strength 4, -1, and now 2 damage.
Really good.
So it's really, really good. So here we go.
And I've popped 4 CP.
Yes, you have.
So-
Oh, I've dropped that. I'll pick it back up.
That's
Sorry.
fine. So 2 for Transhuman.
Yes.
So wounded on 4s
Yep.
instead of 3s. And also refusal to die, so 5 up, feel no pain instead of 6.
Burning a lot of CP, but you need it to keep them alive. And obviously
Yeah.
the grenades, the transhuman doesn't affect it yet, but I've got plasma guns and stuff coming.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
It's fair enough. So these are hitting on 2s. These are the grenades. Re-rolling the 1s. So that is a full house. So now I'm wounding you on 4s. It would have been 3s, but you're transhuman.
Yeah.
So I'm re-rolling the 1s because they are plague weapons. So I'll remove the hits. And then, so I've dropped a few. So actually, to be fair, Transhuman's only saved you 1, but it is what it is. And then the re-rolls, I get all of them.
That's really good.
From the plague, so you've got 5, 10, 13 4-ups.
13 4-ups.
Yes.
So 3. What I'll do is I'll gather all the dice because it's quite a few.
Yeah.
Then we'll come back to you once I've got them.
Tom has gathered his dice, but it's a bit janky, so we're just going to explain what's going on. So Tom has a guy on 1 wound here, who he's got to do. Now, he's got a 4-up save. He's got 6 that are in cover, so they'd be on a 3-up save. So, we're going to do the gap. We're going to roll 1 dice first, keep doing that until he dies, then the rest are going to go on the people who have saves.
So 4 up.
4 up, he fails. So you get 2 5 ups, you pass 1, fail 1, so he does die. So just do, that leaves 12. So just do 6, because there's 6 in cover, and then we'll do 6 again. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I've got 6 here, then I've got 5.
Oh, yeah,
So I've got 11 left in total.
So
2 go through.
Yep.
So, do you have to do them both 2 at a time? Or
Yeah, do 2 at a time, yeah. So he dies, and then the second one...
lives on a wound.
Lives on a wound.
So I'll remove that guy, and I'll put that guy on
a wound. Not a problem, sir. And then...
Got 5 left.
5 left.
On freeze.
On freeze. So another one goes through. Some really good rolling, that, Tom. Oh! Playing me at my own game, sir. Well done.
Feels good.
So now, while I've got the camera, I'll just quickly roll from my other shots. So we've got the bolt gun. So we've got 2 bolt guns rapid firing. Hitting on 2s. They all hit. Wounding on 4s. That is 3 wounds, sir. So this will be 3 2-ups because you've got in cover. So you lose 1, but you've got feel no pain, which
He's
you
all
pass,
good.
so he's fine. That is not a problem. Then I'll grab my other 2. This is the Blight Launcher. Oh, wow. Only hits once.
Does he reroll because of your...
Oh, the Lord. Thank you, Tom. So he hits. And then he's wounded twice. This is -2, so this will be on a 4-up.
Yeah. It's
Oh, well done. And then the Plasma hits twice.
Guess you're not overcharging.
I am overcharging, sorry, yeah. Because it's worth it because it's 2
Oh,
damage. Wounded once because of transhuman.
And what's the red?
Ooh, I believe he's -3 or -4. You roll and we'll see how well you roll.
6.
6. Yeah, you're fine because you're in cover. So that was interesting. So I will gather some dice and we'll do the rest of the shooting. So up next is the Blightspawn. He's going to use his Gooey Flamer over onto the Death Company. It is D6 shots. He has Viscous Death, so I get to re-roll. I'll re-roll that. I'm being greedy, and I pay for my greed. Wounding on 4s. Wounded twice. It is 2 damage. It is -3, sir.
So it'll be a 4-up. No,
You're in cover,
5
so
ups.
5 ups. No, and it is 2 damage, so 2 at a time.
First one.
So
that
he
guy
dies. And then the second one on 1 wound.
Yeah.
Very nice. So here we go, the Terminators. The 5 Stormbolters are going to fire into those. So I spent 1 CP for Vermid Whisper, so +1 to hit. The hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s for the Lord.
Yep.
And I've spent another 1 CP on Virulent Rounds, so they're now Plague Weapons. So that's fun. So here we go. Hitting on 2s, re-rolling those 1s. I'm just going to have to try and drag you down with weight of dice. That is nearly a full house. I dropped 2, which is fine. So now I'm running you on 4s, and any 1s, I'm re-rolling. Which gives me a few, to be fair, yeah. That's actually a really good roll, and I get a good return off that, so that's really good. So that's 4, 8, 12... I've lost the ability to count 15. So I had 20 shots and got 15 wounds. That's really good.
How many... is there any AP, sorry?
No AP, so you're on 2 up saves.
So I've got 4 Death Company.
In
guys
cover still.
In cover, yeah.
So that's... one's taken a wound, so that's... 6 wounds? 7 wounds?
Yeah.
So roll 7 dice out of your pool, if that makes
Okay.
sense. So 7, 2 ups, any 1s? There's a...
1 there.
Ooh,
2
3.
ones. Oh, 3.
3 1s. So then 3, 5 and 6 ups? No, so...
That's 1 dead and 1...
1 on 1 wound again. I'm detecting a pattern here. And then how many you got left in your pool?
I have got 8 left.
So roll... You've
6.
lost 1, so 5 because you lost 1.
Yes.
Yeah, does that make sense?
2 ups.
So you lose another 1, but 5 or 6. Nope, so he dies.
He dies.
And then you've got 2 left, which then you can just roll, which will be 2 ups.
Did I have 3 left? Yeah, I did, didn't I?
Yeah, because he's died now. So yeah, he's fine. So that guy is removed, and that leaves 2 left in cover. So I've cut them in half. So you know, it's all right. There's still combat and stuff that I can follow up with, but I'm not finished because I've got the Plague Spewer from the Terminator. So let's roll that. Wow.
Does it have blast?
No, it doesn't.
No.
It automatically hits, but I'm wounding you on a 4 because of transhuman, so I don't wound you. That was very, very interesting. Here we go! The little, cute little demon engine is going to fire everything into the Invictor, so the multi-gun, or the multi-mister as it is known, because it literally does that. Every game, and then a Krak missile. Ah! Not like this! So, we're going to then fire the Plague Burst Mortar. So over here, his mortar is going to go into the Death Company. Mortar into the Death Company, and the stubber, and then the entropy cannons into that. So I'll fire the entropy cannons into the Invictor, so I hit you once.
Is he in reroll range? I don't think
He isn't, no. He's not core either, so I can't reroll it. That's a wound. It is -4, so you do not get a save.
What's this again, sorry?
Your Invictor.
So it'll be D3 plus 3, won't it?
D3 plus 3! It's 5. So 5 wounds to you, sir. That's alright, that's not bad. So, I'll put a dice next to him for you, Tom.
Cool, thank you.
So, Mortar into the Death Company, D6. 3. Yeah, it's alright.
You've
And
already
then-
used CP to reroll, haven't you?
I have, yeah. So then, hitting on 3s, lovely. Wounding on 4s, because obviously you are a transhuman. So it has cost me 1.
Yeah.
So that is 1 at -, I want to say 2. So if you roll your dice, and then we'll see what's
Yeah, well,
what's
if you
happening.
could have a look, because I'm just thinking whether to do it in the guys and cover or not, depending on the rend.
Ah, okay. And it's 2 damage.
So it'll be a 4 up.
Or a 5 up.
I'll do it on the guys and cover. 4 up.
No. So 2 5 up Feel no pains. Coming your way, sir. So you pass one, fail one.
Yeah, so that's one guy onto one wound.
Yes. And then the heavy slugger into those. Hit 3 times. Winning on 4s. Wow, okay.
Really good.
This has... I don't think it has a minus. Bear with me a moment. Oh, it does. -1.
What's the damage?
1 damage.
So I might as well roll 3 because I've got 2 left in cover and 3
Yeah,
wounds
so
in
it's
total.
perfect, yeah. So you only fail 1, so
Yeah.
5 up. Pass,
It's
so
all
you're
good.
fine. Very nice. I do not have much left to shoot. I have these Plague Marines, which have all my special weapons.
Yeah.
So I'm either gonna do an action. They've not moved, so they're out of rapid fire. I think. No, they're gonna do raise the banners, and I'm gonna have to deal with you in combat.
Yeah.
Or attempt to anyway. So we will be back in my charge phase. Here we go, it is the charge phase. It's all got a little bit janky for the Death Guard. So I'm going to have to charge the Terminators in. They're getting powered up by the Biologist Putrefier, but the problem is I need to charge them like there, so then my Lord can come in and touch the wall to hit them, so then he's like protected in a bubble,
Yeah.
so he can't be targeted. So we'll do the Termies first. Absolutely fine, that is a 9.
It's really good.
So they're fine. I will put that next to them so we remember. And then the Lord, he's going to go, he only has to touch the wall. He's fine, that's a 6. So, we will move those in. The Plague Marines aren't going in because they're staying there, they're protecting the characters.
Yeah.
So I'll move them in and then we'll see how it looks. So here we go, it is the combat phase for the Death Guard. So, the Terminators are going to fight first. They were powered up with a foul infusion from the Biologist Putrefier. So any wound rolls of 6s do a mortal wound in addition.
Yeah.
I've thrown a dice, I need to grab a dice. These are my axes, because there's some axes, there's some swords. So I'll do the axes first.
I've popped CP for Transhuman.
Yes.
I had 1 left, and because you brought them down to 5.
Only cost 1 CP.
Yeah.
So it's worth doing it, because I would be winning you on 2s because of my contagion dropping you to toughness 3.
Do they play weapons as well?
They are everything's a plague weapon.
That's good.
It's really good. So, hitting you on 3s. The Lord is there. That's a stonking roll. Right, give me some 6s. So, winning you on 4s. Rerolling 1s. So that's 1 mortal wound.
Look at all them 3s.
Oh, that's huge. Transhuman.
So I'll just do the mortal wound first.
Mortal wound.
So that's 1 guy dead.
So he dies, and then
remove him now before I forget.
Yeah, no worries, dude. And then it's -2 from your armor.
In fact, I'll remove. Well, it was that guy.
It was that guy, yeah. And then you've got 3 saves, -2 to your armor, sir. So 5 ups.
So I'll be +1 because no, it's not in cover because you're round the corner, aren't you?
Yeah.
So 3 5-ups.
Oh, what a roll!
God.
Tom's turned into me. So now I need to gather some dice for my swords. So just give me a second. So here we go. It's time for the swords. So these are swinging in. Rerolling the 1s. I don't get any. So I've only dropped 1, which is
Are they
pretty
not
good.
+1 to hit, or did you not?
I didn't put +1 to hit on now.
Cool.
So winning you on 4s because of Transhuman, rerolling the 1s. So there's 1 mortal wound already. So that is...
Do mortal wound now.
Yeah, mortal wound now. So he fails.
Yeah.
And then that is 6 saves, so that gets included. So actually, we need to do an extra axe because I took it out.
Yes.
Because it's in addition. So that is 6 saves on 6 up.
Cool. I might as well roll. Can I roll them all at once?
Just roll them all at once, yeah,
Yeah.
because it's only 1 damage. They're not like Space Marine power swords, so...
None.
No 6s! So 6 5-ups are needed.
No, it's 6s because I didn't have the...
Oh, is it gone?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Not a problem.
So, actually...
We'll check the footage after, don't worry about it, Tom. You just roll your 6 dice, sir. We'll make it... We'll
is it just 1 damage?
It's just 1 damage, mate, yeah. We'll check the footage, it's all good. So
No,
you don't
they're all
pass
dead.
Any, so... All but 1 is dead.
Ah, cool. Well, I'll take them.
How many wounds have you taken? 6.
6, yeah.
So he's left. But you've got a power axe save to make, because one of them... Because the mortal wound. Sorry.
Right, okay, I got you.
Does that make sense? Because I took the mortal wound out. So it failed, and it's only 1 damage, so 6 up. So he's on 1 wound.
Yeah.
So now we actually need to go and check the footage in case there were any 5s in your thing.
I believe there was, yeah.
I think there was, but I want to check, so we're sure. So we checked the footage, and it wasn't Feel No Pains, it was Armour Save, so everything is fine. So there is 1 lone Death Company who's piled into my Lord, so he has 5 attacks.
Yeah.
So he's going to swing at my Lord.
So hitting on 3s. Then wounding on 5s.
Yes.
Just 1.
Just 1, so it is a 2 up. No, because you're -1 because you chainsaw, so it'll be 3 up, which I pass.
Yeah.
But here's the weird thing. Yeah. So, ideally, I actually wanted 1 Death Company left alive so that he then fails morale and then runs away, which means Tom doesn't get a point for oaths.
Yeah.
Which is incredibly bizarre.
But
which is what's happened. So, anything... Well, I'm not going to say it.
Oh.
Nearly. So, if it was a 1,
Yeah.
he would have stayed and Tom would have got a point. But in this case, he doesn't. So, he's removed.
And that's your objective now as well.
That's my objective as well. So Tom doesn't get any points for oaths because at the end of the turn, he's not in the middle of the board, he's not killed a vehicle or a character, and he has failed morale.
Yes.
So at the end of turn 1, Tom is in the lead. It's 2-1.
Yeah.
What a weird turn.
It is.
A really, really
I'm
weird
enjoying
turn.
it.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. So, big turn needed from you.
Yes.
We're going to have to see if I can weather a storm that's coming. So it'll be interesting.
Well, you're the perfect armour to do it. So.
That is very true. So we'll be back after Tom's movement, turn 2.
So onto the turn 2 of Blood Angels. Both my litanies came off. So that's +2 to charge and also reroll all melee hit rolls in combat as well. What I've done is I've just moved up everything. So I've got a blob here because I want to try and get into the centre as well.
It's going to get very messy.
Yeah. I've moved up the bikes as well because I'm going to try and get rid of Blight Lords. I don't think it's been done before on the channel, so I'm going to try and make history. I've moved these guys up, just walked them, so he's in range with his flame gauntlets.
Yes.
And they're in range of the objective.
Very nice.
I've not moved this guy yet, but I will do.
Yeah.
I'll probably just move him up to the Blight Lords.
Just get him a bit closer for his charge.
And also got the Eradicators coming.
Very nice.
So 6 inches from the board edge, 9 away from you. And they're within melter range, so each one will be a dead Blight Lord.
Yeah, this
D6 +4.
This could get very, very scary very quickly.
So what I'll do is I'll get my dice. We'll decide where we're going on the shooting phase first. What I forgot to mention as well, the Chapter Master rerolls is going to go on the Redemptor Dreadnought.
Very nice.
I'm going to fire both Intercessor Squad, into your Plague Marines.
Yes.
So I've got 20 shots because they haven't moved and they've got Border Discipline. So hitting on 3s, there's no -3.
There is not, sir. So,
Quite a few misses. Then wounding on 5.
Yes.
We've got 3 there. Sorry, 4.
Very nice. So these are -2, so I'm going to be on 5 ups. Yeah, 5 ups. I was just checking if there were any cover, but there isn't. So I pass 1, I fail 3, and then I've got 6 up, feel no pain. I don't pass any, so I lose 1.5 Plague Marines. So I will just remove him while you think about your next target.
Yeah. Right, so on to the next shot. So what I'll do is I'll do this Aggressor into the Blight Lords. So 2d6 auto hits. So 6 hits.
Very nice.
Then wounding on 5s.
So 1.
Just 1.
So a 2 up. Yep.
It's all good.
Lovely jubbly.
And then I'll do the Bikers into them as well.
Yes, so 12 shots.
Indeed. So hitting on 3s.
That's a good roll.
Just drop 3.
You need them 5s and 6s, you need them now. Can you do it again?
Hopefully.
Here we go.
We've got 3 in total. So
the-
it could be a dead one.
4 ups. So I take a wound. As I fail 1. So I will put him on a wound.
I'll do the bolt pistols in them now.
Yes.
So I'll do them into the Black Lords.
Not a problem. So 5 bolt pistols coming in.
Are these classed as bolters? So I'll do...
No, the pistols. The naming conventions, I
Yeah.
know. It's
So hitting on freeze.
No.
Rerolling the ones because of the chapter master.
Yes, he is there.
I need all that again.
Need them 5s.
Then 5's the wound.
Here we go. Nice rolling, sir.
3.
So these are -1. So I failed 1 again. So he's down to, he's taken 2, so he's down to 1 wound. So I'll just leave it as it is.
Yeah.
Because I, for some reason, was going up when I normally go down.
I'll do these bolt pistols as well.
Yep, they're going into
Do you know what range they are by chance?
18, because they're heavy bolt pistols.
Right, I'll do them into those as well.
Yeah, not a problem.
Just in case I can plunk off that.
Yeah, you might actually get the last guy
So,
here.
Freeze, no rerolls, then 5's. Nothing.
No.
Just gonna have a think to see what I need to shoot next. Just need to be careful what I need to do. Cuts onto the Eradicators now. So they're just gonna pump everything into the Blight Lords.
Very nice.
So hitting on freeze. Then wounding on freeze.
Freeze, yeah, because I'm tough as 5. Oh.
I'm thinking about using my CP to re-roll this.
Oh, how many have you got left?
Just 1.
Oh.
No, I'm going to leave it because I might need a charge roll.
Later on, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's fair enough. So a 4 up from me. I fail. I'm going to spend a CP. No, I fail. So that is the guy on 1 wound is melted. So I will remove him, and then we'll be back with the rest of your shooting.
Going on with the Invictor Warsuit now. So just going to put everything he's got into the Blight Lord Terminators. So we've got 2d6 shots with the Frag Storm. 12 shots.
You could have done that with your flamer. That'd have been amazing. Wow. You need to go big on the Blight Lords here, and I need these to just take up as much firepower as possible.
So hitting on freeze.
Yes. Yeah, I need these Blight Lords to soak it up.
Then wounding on 5's.
Yes. So this is the hard bit, but you've been doing all right so far.
What toughness are you again?
5.
Oh, so I'll have to do the heavy bolters separately.
Yeah. Oh, what a roll!
Jesus. So that's 6 wounds.
That's amazing. So 6 2-ups. I fail 1, so 1 is down to 2 wounds.
And then we've got the... I'll do heavy bolter next. So hitting on freeze. Then wounding on 4's.
Yes. 2 wounds.
2 wounds, yeah.
-1, so 3 ups from me. Pass 1, fail 1, so he's down to a single wound.
And I've got the...
Heavy stubber.
this will be the flame.
Oh, the flamer you're going with next. Nice, 9. That's a really good roll. This is painful.
Then 5's, I believe. Oh, no, it's from 5, so it'll be 4's. It doesn't matter.
Oh, wow.
Just 2.
2, and it's -1?
It is, yeah.
Oh, it's still barbecued. 1 of my Terminators has been barbecued, so I'll put him over here in the dead pile.
And then we've got the heavy stubber now.
Yes.
So this will be 8 shots hitting on freeze.
That's a really good roll.
Wounding on 5.
I needed that roll again.
Just 1.
Just 1, so you didn't... Is it -1?
No!
Oh, no, I can't pass 3 ups. So, another one takes a wound. Oh, dear.
That's really good.
It's a good round of shooting from the Invictor.
I believe the only thing I've got left now is the...
Is it Redemptor? Ooh.
So I've got choices here, because it's an objective game, I could take you off either this objective...
Yes.
...or the
Poxwalkers.
Yeah.
So the Poxwalkers are -1 to hit.
I'm thinking about doing the Plague Marines just because they're a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
What I'll do is I'll do the heavy
Onslaught.
cannons and whatnot into the Plague Marines.
Yep.
Then I'll do the Frag Storms into the...
Because you're getting 12 shots because of the blast. Yeah, that makes sense.
So we'll grab the dice and we'll crack on with that. So going with the Redemptor Dreadnought now. So I'm going to put the Frag Storms into the Poxwalkers, then everything else into the squad of 4 Plague Marines left. So I'll do the Fragstone first.
Yes.
So hitting on 4s, re-rolling everything because of Checkmaster.
I got the -1 onto the Poxwalkers, which
So re-rolling those 4 misses.
so far it doesn't matter.
Then wounding on
4s.
So got 5 in total.
Very nice. So I have 5, 6 up, feeling no pains. I don't make any, so once again, the second turn in a row, I lose 5. So I'll just put number 5 next to those, so I know to remove them.
And then we've got the Underslung now.
Yes, so that's 8 shots.
8 shots, and it'll be wounded on 4s, this one. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling. And then this will be wounding on 4s.
Yes. Nice roll, sir.
So there's 4 gone through there.
2 in cover, 2 out of cover. So I'm going to roll... How many's gone through? 4?
4, yes.
So I've got 3 wounds, so I'll just roll the first 3. 3 ups. So 1 die, 1 loses a wound. And then the final one, it passes just because of the cover save.
Yeah.
So I'll remove him. He goes to a wound. I've knocked him off the cover. Go back on the cover. Thank you very much, sir.
And then I've got the heavy Underslung now.
This is going to be painful.
So 12 shots, hitting on 3s, re-rolling again. Full house. Then wounding on 3s.
Yes.
Drop 3, so there's 9 go through in total.
Oh boy. So I've got 1 guy in cover, so this poor guy in cover, it's -1. So he's on a 3 up, so I'll get for 9 dice. I have to do this one at a time, which is super awkward, but I've got 1 guy in cover, so 3 up. There we go, so he's dead. And then the remaining ones are 4 ups. Squad is wiped. There we go. Nice round of shooting there, sir. So I lose that objective. They are removed. I should have moved my Plague Burst up last turn, actually. Because no penalty for shooting, so I should have moved him up. And then if they got wiped, it wouldn't have been an issue.
Yeah.
So that is good for you.
On to the charge phase then.
Yeah, so we'll be back in the charge phase.
So into the charge phase now. So we've lined up all the charges here. So I need a 6-inch charge with the Dreadnought, because I get +2 because of the
Litany,
Canticle
yes.
hit.
It's very strong.
Blade Guard is 6-inch. The Chaplain is 8-inch. And the Assault Terminator is Assault Intercessors are 7-inch.
Yes.
So do the Assault Intercessors first.
Yes, not a problem, sir.
So into the Plague Marines. So I need a 7. That's a 7.
Bang on. Very nice.
So I'll just put... Well, I'll leave the 7 there.
Yeah, we know they've got it.
To be fair, I'll have to do it just in case I need to...
Yeah, so we'll let Tom move him in and then we'll be back in a second.
But going on to the Chaplain now. So I need an 8-inch charge into the Plague Marines. He wants it.
Oh, he's going in. Very nice.
Then the Blade Guard now.
They're going to have to go longer, aren't they?
So it'll be a 7-inch charge to go into them now instead of a 6.
No.
Doesn't get in. Then the Redemptor is going to charge as well.
Yeah, so he's probably a bit longer, isn't he? 'Cause he's going to have to go
so
around.
It'll be...
Oh, into the Plague Marines.
So what I'll do it into that character.
Yeah, into the Biologist Putrefier. How dare you, sir?
So it'll be a 10-inch charge.
Well, do you know what? Because you've done that, I'm going to declare Overwatch for a CP.
That's fair enough.
Because I auto-hit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. So I'll just roll that really quickly. So it's D6 shots. I get to re-roll. So I do 3. Auto hits. What's your toughness? Is it 7?
Toughness 7 or 8.
Double checks. I'm strength 8. So
Toughness 7.
7. So freeze is a plague weapon. So I get to re-roll that 1. So I wound you all the times. I think it's -3. Okay. But I will double check if you roll your...
Yeah, well, I'll roll it anyway.
Yeah, we'll check. What happens. So you've definitely saved 2.
Yeah.
And you failed 1. So you take 1 damage because it's -1 damage.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, you take a chips your pain as you've come in, basically.
And let's see what he gets.
If you come in,
8.
He's in. A very big charge phase for Tom. This is very scary.
And then I've got the bikers now.
Yes.
So I was saying it off camera. I'm not sure whether to do.
I think you won't be. If you want to get more assault marines in, you're going to struggle to get your bikes in there, aren't you? Is the problem?
I'll get the bikes into the Blight Lords then.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing I need anything but a double 1.
Yeah, you're in.
that's
That's
fine.
fine, sir. So this is where the Blood Angels want to be, and not where I want to be. But now we're going to have to see what happens in our pre-game discussion, which is it's going to be weird because you need to hit me and kill me, otherwise I might grind you down.
Yeah.
It's going to be a weird one. But we'll be back when Tom's decided who is fighting first.
Cool. So first fight of the phase, I'm going to do the Invicta Warsuit into the Blight Lord Terminators.
Yes, and just so everyone knows what craziness is going on, heroically intervened. It's wobbly waddle. Wobbly. So over here we've heroically intervened. Wobbly model syndrome. So I'm actually in. So a lot of contagion's gone in there because he's got the stink vats. Everyone here in this big blob loses their combat bonuses. So they lose. So you lose shock assault. Yeah. And you lose your +1 to wound. And he's used his other ability to mean the Chaplain fights last because the Chaplain is good at killing Plague Marines. And I felt that the Assault Marines without the +1 to wound would probably bounce off me. Yeah. Fingers crossed. So I just wanted to explain what was going on because it's bonkers and we've had to spend 10 minutes trying to work it out. But Tom, take it away with your Warsuit.
Cool. So hitting on freeze.
Nice.
So just drop 1.
That's not bad.
And
freeze. Oh, wait, no. Are you like ×2 strength? So you get to like strength 12 or something bonkers?
Strength 14.
Yes, the 2s. Ignore me.
Just drop 1.
Not a problem.
So it'll be...
invulnerable.
Yeah, 4 ups.
So I failed 2, which would be... Is it flat 3 damage?
Flat 3 damage, so...
Is it flat 3?
Flat 3, yeah.
So you'd kill 1 and 1 would be on 1 wound.
Yeah.
And I can only say... So even if I re-roll 1, one's still going to die.
I feel like it's not worth it.
Yeah, I also agree. So I will just lose the one that had 2 wounds left.
Yeah.
So I will remove him. So yeah, that's fine. And then he goes down to 1 wound. Yeah, it just didn't add up. I was trying to do the maths and it just wasn't worth it in my head.
Not losing anything.
So I'm going to have a think about interrupting.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So... Tom may have the camera next. So I have spent 2 CP to interrupt the Lord of Contagion will interrupt and strike the Outriders because over here the Chaplain's fighting last, the Dreadnought is hitting the Foul Blight spawn, so the Assault Marines are going to be going into the Plague Marines and then I'll get to fight into the Plague Marines before the Chaplain goes anyway, which is what I wanted. So it makes sense for me to do it over here. So I'm just going to do my pile in. So I've got to pile into the closest.
It was technically here.
It was there, yeah. So I've just piled him round. So what we'll do is 5 attacks sitting on freeze. That's a really good roll. Now here's the fun part, Tom. Let me explain it to the nice people at home. So for you lovely people watching at home, this is where I hoped that the Death Guard would have an edge over the Blood Angels in combat, which sounds mental. But Tom would be toughness 5.
Yeah.
He's got to add toughness 4. And I get ×2 strength for my my Man Reaper, or Plague Reaper. So now I'm winning you on 2s.
Really good.
Which is scary. Any 6s to wound. Actually, I'm strength 10. Because I get +1 strength.
Ah, so it won't matter anyway.
So it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Because I keep forgetting I get +1 strength for a affliction on my weapon.
Yeah.
So, any 6s to wound are mortal wounds. It is a plague weapon, so I'll re-roll that. Of course. So, let me check the minus, because I expect it to be something bonkers.
Well, I'll roll the dice anyway.
Yeah, you've got 4 saves, so any 6s, 1 6.
1 6,
I think that might save someone, you know? Yes, so it is -3. So 1 lives, but you lose 1 and nearly 2. Yeah. So 1 is killed and 1 is left alive on 1 wound.
Could matter.
Could matter. So I'll take the camera back off top.
I've removed the Outrider, so I'm just going to pop both of them into your Blight Lodge, trying to pluck off that.
Makes sense to me.
Wound even. So hitting on freeze.
Ooh,
it's not really what
a few dropped. Winning on 5s.
Winning on 4s because they get +1.
They get +1 strength? They do, yeah, because you're out of my turn off thing. Ignore me. Oh, not that it really mattered anyway.
Mattered for 1.
Mattered for 1, so that is 3 saves. I forgot that we'd already measured and you were out on my thing. I don't know why I said you were in.
Have you already used a reroll?
No, I didn't use it. If you're,
I'd say it's worth it.
I say it's definitely worth
it. For anything?
No, Trench Fighters is 1 CP.
So you're down to 1.
So I'd be down to 1, so that'd be fine, because I'm on 2 currently. So I'm going to re-roll it. So I need a free up?
Yes.
Oh, curses! So he dies. So I will remove that last, well, not the last, but that Black Lord Terminator's on 1 wound, and we will be back with your next target.
So into the next fight now. So I'm going to use the Assault Intercessors into the Plague Marines.
Yes.
So I get just 1 extra dice because of a Chainsword.
Yeah.
But I don't get any combat abilities.
No, it's very stinky, basically, is what's happened.
So hitting on freeze.
Yes. I do like the fact that because he's so smelly, it's putting you off. You'd have thought your helmets would filtrate it. Like, it must be a pretty bad smell. So
Oh, Blood Angel, so they can just smell blood, that's it.
that's it, yeah.
Then
Here we go.
5.
Yeah, this is the hard bit. So this is where I was hoping that I might... Well, I mean, if you roll like that, Tom, then
2, 5 in total.
it makes it awkward for me. I was hoping you'd bounce off me. So, I've got 6 dice because I'm trying to handicap myself for some reason. So on 4 ups... So I passed 2, so I would lose 3, but the Plague Surgeon is there. He doesn't save any, so I do lose 3 wounds. So I lose 1.5.
Yeah.
Plague Marines, so I will remove those, and then is it just your Redemptor next?
Cool, so kill 1.5 Marines now, so I'll go with the Redemptor next into your character.
Yeah, into my Blight Spawn.
So hitting on freeze. I could have re-rolled that one, but
It's going to be painful. 2s. 2 wounds.
How many?
Oh, so how much damage does it do? Is it flat 3?
D3 plus 3.
Holy moly! Can you roll that, please? Because I've got this. I know this is ridiculous. What's the minus on? Is it
-3, so you've got 6s.
Was it -3? I thought it was -4.
-3.
So how many did you get through? 2.
I believe. Yeah, because I
2.
missed one. Might have to check it out.
We'll check it. I mean, I'll roll an extra just in case.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't fail.
So that'd
Right.
be
So that's a 3, because it's
6.
-1.
4.
So
4 then.
oh god.
4 and 3, so 7 wounds.
7 wounds. I believe I need 2 more dice.
How many wounds has he got?
I think he's got 4. So I need a lot of 6s.
Last time you rolled 4 6s.
No, he's dead, and I think he explodes. So let's just quickly check that. So after a quick look, he does not explode, but he is removed.
Yeah.
So goodbye, Blight Spawn.
Now I'll get 3 points for assassinate.
Yes, very nice, sir. I do have a lot of characters, so you should be able to rack up points. That's all of your guys until the Chaplain goes, isn't it?
Yes.
So,
it's up to you.
yeah, I'll pass the camera back to Tom, and we'll crack on with my attacks. So, it is time for the Plague Marines. They're going to stab into the Assault Intercessors. So I've used Trench Fighters, which means if I'm using a Plague Knife, they get an extra attack. So I get an extra 5 attacks because there's 5 of them left. So they've been powered up by the Biologist Putrefier as well. Dropped a dice. So that means that any 6s to wound are mortal wounds. So hopefully this helps.
Is everything going into the Intercessors?
It is indeed, sir. I'm just gonna throw it into the Intercessors. So hitting on freeze, rerolling the 1s for the Lord. So there's so many 2s. Why? Why are you like this? Okay, that's not bad. So then, we are wounding on freeze because your toughness is dropped by 1 because of the contagion. So I'm wounding you on freeze, re-rolling 1s.
Yes.
And 6s of mortal wounds in addition. Got through, there's not a single one. That is very upsetting. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 saves at -1 for the Plague Knife.
So it'll be 4 ups.
Yeah, 10 4-ups, sir. So if you fail every single one, the squad is dead. So if you'd like to do that, Tom.
So that is 1 dead, 2 dead, 3 dead.
Nice, I'll take that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
But
really
it's
good.
well worth CP.
Yeah, definitely. Them extra attacks just helps. It's a shame I didn't get any like 6s, so I could just push it towards nearly getting a full squad. But 3 being wiped is amazing. So I'll take the camera off Tom because it's time for his Chaplain to come and bonk me on the noggin.
The Chaplain's finally getting to swing his special stick. So hitting on 2s.
Oh, am I happy that I have Living Aura Warlord trait to get rid of those rerolls?
Anyway, can I?
Oh, he's a character. Oh wait,
It could
because of the thingy, yeah.
Then wounding on a 3. So that goes through.
You get a wound, that's fine. So -2, so it's 5 up. How much damage?
2.
So I get 2
Well, it's 3, but it's -1.
Yeah, so 2 6-ups. No, so I do. Do you know what? I just lose the guy in a wound, so the damage is wasted.
Yeah.
That was a weird combat phase.
It was, but I'm still happy with it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So we'll quickly total up any points that you've gained for this round, and then we'll be right back. I actually have someone left to fight with before we do the points.
Yeah.
So over here we've got the Blight Lord. So this Blight Lord, he is earned with a spear and a sword, so he's going to have to go into the bikes. He re-rolls that for the Lord, so full house. Winning you on...
Freeze?
Freeze, yeah. Yeah, all wound. It's a sword, so it's -3, so 6s. Oh, wow.
So he's dead.
Dead, and...
How much damage is it?
1, so then 1 damage onto the Sergeant. So that's alright. And then I have to strike the Dreadnought, annoyingly, with my Captain who has an axe. So, ooh. Here we go. So, reroll for the Lord. No. And then your toughness 6.
7.
-1 for contagion. So,
Yes.
6, is it? So, I'm actually the same tough strength as you.
Oh, that's cool.
So, 4s. So, yeah.
That wouldn't have mattered anyway.
-2.
So 5 ups.
Oh, it does not matter. Well played, sir. Yeah. That's the end of Tom's turn. I forgot whose turn it was. Tom gained...
I get no point for Earth, but it's not until the end of your turn.
Yes, but you did gain 12 points this turn because you got 10 for the primary and 2 for banners.
Yes, I'm up to 14.
14 points, yeah.
Yeah.
So we will be back at the end of my movement. So here we go, Death Guard turn 2. So just spoke to Tom about it. I need the perfect turn for it to go off. So I'm currently on 12 points. Tom's on 17. So Poxwalkers, I've advanced them to make sure they got over. So I'm now fully in that table quarter. I'm within 3 table quarters here.
Yeah.
So I'll get 2 points for engage, which will claw me to 14. So 3 points behind Tom. Tom killed 1 unit last turn.
Yes.
So if I kill 2 this turn, gives me attrition. We'll be on 17 apiece. So I'm not actually out of it.
Yeah.
But as me and Tom said, I need a perfect turn. Otherwise, I'm in a lot of trouble. It's going to be horrible.
It's not going to be game over next turn.
No.
But
It's going to be really hard.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I need to take that wound with me. They've fallen back so I can shoot the Dreadnought. Over here, the Plague Marines have fallen back. The Psych has fallen back, so unfortunately I can't cast any powers. I formed a protective ring round them. The Plague Burst is going to have to put everything into the Dreadnought and hopefully it pulls off.
Yeah.
And then my Lord maybe charging and hopefully finish it off. Ah, it's horrible. I don't like it. So we can just go straight into the shooting because I actually don't have that much left.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the 2 entropy cannons into the Dreadnought.
Okay.
The mortar into the Dreadnought.
Yeah.
And the slugger into the Primaris here.
Okay, doke.
So, entropy cannons, 2 hits. Re-rolling because it's a plague weapon. 2 wounds. It's -4, you don't get a save.
Wow.
If there's a term for nonsense, what did I say, Tom? I'll check it's -4. I said that with such confidence.
In fact, I'll roll the dice.
Yeah, go on, roll, and
if
then
I
I'll
don't get
check.
6s.
Right, it's fine.
Yeah.
So it's D3 plus 3.
Plus 2, really, isn't it?
D3 plus 2.
Yeah.
So here we go. So you got 12 wounds, so I can't kill you, but I can bring you really low.
So that'll be 5 and 4. So he's lost 8 wounds, so he's down to 4.
Down to 4. So he would be down to 4. So I can't kill him. If I re-roll this dice, I can't kill him anyway.
Yeah. I'd just go with the mortar.
Mortar and see what happens.
Re-roll the mortar.
Yeah.
D6 if you need to.
Okay. Whoa, here we go. I've got a CP. I feel like I need to save it though. So D6 shots.
3.
Oh, I'm gonna. I don't know whether to keep it or not.
I feel like it's worth it because if that Dreadnought dies, it's a huge chunk of firepower I've lost.
Shall I re-roll it? Try to get more shots, or shall I save it for the actual hitting?
But you've got a chance of getting a 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
I'm gonna be greedy.
A 6.
Oh my god! So I've got no CP. Hitting on freeze. Oh, that's such a good roll. It's strength 7, you're -1 to your toughness.
Yes, so
It's
it'll be
got to freeze. And it's a plague weapon. Oh, what a roll! Oh my god! I love this game. I'm getting very excited over here, I'm sorry. It is... I'm that excited I've lost its stats. Give me a second. It's -2.
So it'll be 5 ups.
5 ups, and it would be 2 damage, but it's -1. So basically, if you fail them all, you're dead. No, you survive on 3 wounds. No.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
I was going to think about re-rolling it, but I'll just re-roll it in combat if I need to.
Wowzers. That was the thing that happened, Tom.
It wasn't perfect, but it's really good.
That is really, really good. So I'm going to fire the Slugger into the Assault Marines, like I said. 3 hits. 2 wounds. -1, sir. So 2 4-ups. So 1 takes a wound. That is absolutely fine. Just give me a second, because I'm going to have to see what my character's around with to see if I can plink some wounds off. Here we go. The Biologist Putrefier is going to throw his Hyper Blight Grenade into the Dreadnought. So D6. 3. Okay, that's fine. Hit an arm freeze. I've hit you twice. And when you on 5s, so it's not the best. No, never mind. Moving on, Plasma Pistol from the Talisman, just so you know where it's actually coming from. Hits. Wounding on a 4. Failed to wound. Oh man, Bolt Pistol from the Plague Surgeon. We are getting desperate. That's a hit. That's a dead Poxwalker and it's not a wound. I'm upsetting Tom's OCD. I saw you to go pick him up. I've actually run out of...
I'm doing it.
Are you picking it up?
Yeah.
I've run out of shots from everything. I think my Lord of Contagion is only armed with the Plague Reaper. So what we're going to have to do...
What about the Blight Hauler? Is that in range?
So I've got the Blight Hauler. I need to shoot the Warsuit.
Yeah.
Because he's heavily injured now. I can polish him off in combat with the Lord of Contagion with the charge.
Yeah.
So I'm going to shoot the Blight Hauler into the Warsuit.
Okay.
So, the Melter. He always misses with 1. Wounding on a 3. It's wounded. You get no save because it's -4 because it's a Melter. Melters are D3+3 now, aren't they?
No, D6 +2.
I've got my stats all muddled
Unless
up.
yours is different.
I'm going to roll it. Wowzers. That's painful. Whatever it is. It is D6 +2, so you take 7 wounds.
So it'll be down to...
1.
Does your Dreadnought have a feel note pain?
That has a... no field note pains.
Cool.
I thought you were going to say -1 then for some reason.
No.
So he's down to a wound. He doesn't get the -1 damage because he's not a Dreadnought.
Yes.
So now it comes down to the Krak. Here we go.
Can't find the one. There we go.
Come on now, little cute hauler. Come on. So he's down to 1 wound. I've hit. Oh, Tom, it's a 6! It's minus... I'm so excited. It's -2. So it's a 5-up, Tom, or he dies. Oh, he dies! Have you got a CP?
I've got a CP. Is it worth it though?
I'm terrified.
Because you could just charge me and kill
I
me.
could eat you. He's got a little acid thing. I could eat you. I can spray goo at you as well. So I'm like, ooh, Tom.
Just thinking whether, because
it's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what to suggest. Like, and I don't want to suggest something in case it's the wrong thing. Ah.
I know for a CP that I'll probably roll like a 2 or something like that. But
It's horrible. He's got 1 wound left.
I'm actually going to have to turn the camera off because it's such a big decision to do.
No, that's fine, dude.
Yeah.
Tom's had a think. He's ummed and ahed. He's going to re-roll it. So it's a 5-up.
I told you to.
He literally said he'd be a 2 as well.
Does he explode?
Oh, don't you dare. Ooh.
4 up to explode.
You're not Nurgle. Although if you did explode, you would have killed your Outrider Sergeant. So
Yeah, but I would have killed your Blight Lord, sir.
You'd have killed the Blight Lord. So that wasn't a perfect shooting phase, but
Nah,
it was nearly perfect.
I feel like it was.
So I'll let Tom remove that Dreadnought, and then it's on to the charge phase.
Do you know what you're charging, or do you need to think?
Yeah, I know what I'm charging.
Yeah. Do it now?
The Lord of Contagion is just going to go into that Dreadnought. He's in.
Yeah.
That's it. So we'll be back in a second. Here we go. It is the charge. Well, it's not the charge phase. It's the fight phase. I've charged in, and the Chaplain has heroically intervened, which is very rude of him. So everything is still going into the Dreadnought because I need him to die. So, nearly a full house.
He's dead.
That's 2 mortal wounds, so yeah, he's dead.
Does he explode?
No, it would have been beautiful. But you get to fight me back with your Chaplain.
Yeah.
But because you're within the aura, you... Oh, wait, no. He's removed. So you've heroically intervened. So you do get +1 to wound.
And I get an extra attack as well.
Yeah, shock assault, yeah.
Right, I'll do that now.
Because my stinky boy has been removed.
So hitting on 2s.
Very nice. Full house.
Then wounding on...
Oh, no. Hang on, because you get plus strength. So it might be freeze, you know.
We'll roll it anyway.
Yeah. I think it's free.
Just 2.
Tom, what is wrong with you? So that's definitely 2. So it's minus...
2.
I'm on 4-ups anyway then for my invulnerable. Ah!
So lose 4 wounds.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, it's 3 damage, but it goes down to 2.
Holy moly, I'm on 2 wounds! I don't like that. That's not very nice. But I gain engaged, so I get 2 points, and I gain 3 for attrition.
It's good.
That's really, really good. I can't believe that I was like, I need to kill 2 units, and the 2 units I killed is both Dreadnoughts.
Yeah.
It's bonkers. So that puts me on 17 points. I'm actually level with Tom.
I'm ahead of you now because of Oaths.
Oh, you get a point from Oaths.
Yeah, so I'll get a point for Oaths, and I'm within 6 of the middle.
Oh, yeah, did we include that? We'll check the score sheet anyway, won't we? I don't think we included it. So yeah, Tom's just ahead then. So we'll be back at the end of Tom's movement phase.
Cool, so we've gone into the movement phase now. So start my turn, I got 10 points for holding 3 objectives. And at the end of the turn, I'll get 2 for raising banners as well.
Yes.
So it'll put me up to 33 points.
Very nice.
But I just need to try and keep you away from me. And just try and keep you from scoring points.
It's working. I'm pending. I've been pending the whole game, which is what I expected. And I said pre-game, I'm going to have to weather it. And I'm weathering it so far. But, we'll have to wait and see.
It's tough. Right, so I'll do the biker first into your character that's denying me auras.
Yes, with the Living Plague order.
So hitting on 3s.
Oh, of course.
Wounded on 5.
Never mind.
Yeah, so he's going to survive.
Next bit of shooting, sir.
So your crawler.
Yes, sir.
How many wounds has he got?
That is a very good question. I want to say at least 6 or 7.
Right, I'll check whether we're in.
He's a tough old boy.
Yeah, I'm in melter range, so I'm thinking about killing him.
Yeah. You're going to
Or
put
trying to kill him anyway.
6 melter shots into him.
Yeah, so I'll do that now. So hitting on 3s.
Yes.
Then wounding on 3s. Strength 8, I believe.
I think I'm toughness 4. Toughness 4, bloody hell. Toughness 7, so I think you're okay, yeah.
I'll roll it anyway and have a look. So it could matter.
Right, I will quickly check, but I don't think I'm toughness 8, but I'll just check. So quickly checked, toughness 7, so all 4 go through. So I do have my Demon save. I don't save any. I think I'm dead.
Yeah,
It's a lot. I'm dead. It doesn't matter if I explode, because it doesn't affect Nurgle units.
Am I within of the bike?
No, you're fine. I think it's a 4-up.
My heart stopped.
Again, I'll double check, but I think it's a 4-up.
It can't be a 2+.
No, it won't be, because it'd just be an auto-explode, wouldn't it? So yeah, I remove him. That's not very nice. So I've lost 1 unit this turn, so he goes over there. And then...
the flame gauntlet, there's
Yes.
only 1 in range again. So going into the...
Termies.
Yes.
Not a problem, sir.
2d6 auto hits. 11.
Ouch, that's going to get a bit toasty.
6. Then wounded on 5s.
Yep.
So we've got 1, 2, just 2.
Just 2. I've got that upset. I've accidentally knocked a piece of terrain and killed the Eradicators. Oh, he drags down a Termy with his flames. That's upsetting.
Yeah, you've got no rerolls. CP.
No CP left.
And then I'll do the bolters into your Plague Marines.
Yeah, that's
Just
fair
see
enough.
if it does anything. So hitting on 3s.
Nice.
Wounded on 5s.
Just 1. Just 1. You never know. You've had some luck so far. Fine.
And then...
Oh! -2. because you chose the Assault Doctrine.
Ah.
So I take a wound, so there's a guy on 1 wound.
Okay.
So yeah, it was worth a go.
I'll do the Blade Guard into the same squad.
Yeah.
Does the captain have a pistol, do you know?
He has a Bolt Storm Gauntlet, so it's 3 shots.
I'll do that now. So hitting on 3s.
Captain's on 2s.
2s.
Yeah.
Then wounding on 5s.
On 5s, yeah.
Just 1?
Yeah.
Is he a rend?
It doesn't matter. I lose a Plague Marine. So I will lose him. So
How
he
many
falls.
Plague Marines have you got left?
I've got 3 in that unit.
Okay, so I'll do the
Blade Guard.
heavy
In.
bolt pistols now.
Yes. I'll hit.
Just
1
one?
wound. Save.
Fine. Does the Judicar have anything?
He does not. He only has his big, mean-looking sword.
That's fine. On to charge then, I believe.
Yeah, you want to go straight into it?
Oh, I've got shots from Intercessors.
Yeah, where are they going, sir?
I might as well just put all 20
Plague Marines?
shots into the Plague Marines, yeah.
I thought so.
So 5. So hitting on 3s.
Yep.
And then wounding on 5s.
Yes.
Oh, there's one there as well. So we've got 2, 3, 4 in total.
Yep.
Just -1 rend, so you're 4-ups.
I lose another Plague Marine. It leaves 2.
Have you done your 6-up feeling pain?
Do you know what? I didn't. So I lost 2 so far, so I'll just roll. And it doesn't matter.
And you did it for your Lord as well, didn't you? You got a wound back.
Yes, I did it for my Lord off camera because we remembered. As you can see, I keep forgetting about it.
Yeah.
Any more shooting, sir?
No, it's on to charging now.
Do you want to go straight into it?
Can do, yeah. So I'll do the biker first.
Into the surgeon?
I'm
Are you wanting the surgeon or are you wanting him? What are you wanting?
What's the toughness of the surgeon?
5. Everything's 5 because I'm Death Guard.
And how many wounds has it got?
4?
I'll do it into him, see if that...
I mean, it's a good job. You're making it hard for yourself there, Tom.
And the Assault Intercessors into the same guy.
Yes. No, that's the Snake Eyes again, so they're not it. What are you
What's
doing?
happening?
What's happening? Yep, he's swapping the dice. I don't blame him. The Blade Guard into... Who?
So they get +2 to charge because they are outside of the
Turning off of the auras. Yes.
So I'll do long bomb charge of him. into your
Oh,
board.
okay. The Judas, he's in as well. Uh-oh. I think if this goes well for Tom, it might be game because I won't have enough stuff left.
Blade Guard.
Yes.
I did actually want to try.
Shut down the Blade Burst.
Yeah.
Smart
Right.
move. And you take that
Yeah.
objective off me as well.
7 in charge.
Yeah, and you take that objective off me. It's definitely
I've
worth
got a
doing.
CP left as well.
Ooh.
I'm doing it.
No, but you got CP.
They're in.
Yeah, they're in. So, yeah, I am in a little bit of bother right now.
Then the captain. So is outside. Is that in or no? That's out.
Oh,
So
the
it'd be a-
reroll.
Be a
Yeah.
7 in charge.
No, what is, sir?
Into your Lord.
Yeah, he's in. Right. I'm in a spot of bother here, so we'll be back in a second when Tom does his fighting.
Cool. So going to the fight phase now. The Judicar is going to fight first into the Lord of Contagion.
Very nice.
So it's got 5 attacks because it gets 1 additional one. So hitting on 2s, then wounding on 3s.
Any 6s? No.
No 6s, but they all go through.
So I've got 4 invulnerables. I failed 2. How much damage is it, sir?
2, but it dropped down to 1.
Dropped down to 1. So I'm alive on 1 wound, or am I?
And the captain.
I am on 1 wound. That's very anticlimactic.
Cool. So going with the chapter master now. So we've got 6 attacks now. So hitting on 2s, then wounding on 3s. I think it's good rend.
How many was that? Sorry, so was that
4.
4? Yeah, he's dead. Unless, is it 2 damage because it's master
Let me
crafted?
just have a quick check. It's 2 damage dropped down to
That's a
1.
1, so 6s. No, I am dead. And with that, good sir, I think it's fair enough to say that there is no way back for me in this game.
It's a good game.
It was a very good game, but we won't discuss it yet. We'll be right back with the wrap-up. So as you can see, we are in the wrap-up. Tom, how did it feel to use an actual codex?
So good.
So much better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
you can see what we mean when, like, the power level difference between, say, when you're running Custodies and,
Because
like,
I'm happy to say that I'm a Warhammer noob, and it was so much easier to compete.
yeah. Oh, God, yeah. It's
Obviously, you were helping with like the
Yeah.
rolls and whatnot, but Blood Angels are so powerful.
yeah, they're really, really powerful.
Not to say Death Guard.
No,
is bad.
Death Guard are really, really good. The only handicap we have with Death Guard at the moment for the studio is that we've got a very limited selection.
Yes.
So you can't, you have to build a list, this set list, and that's it. But we are looking at getting more stuff in, but obviously it takes time, it takes money. You've got to then get them painted before we can get them on the channel. So it takes a while, but we're getting there. We're getting new stuff. But yeah, Blood Angels, they're just fun.
Makes me feel excited as well from like the armies that I use.
Yeah.
As soon as that codex comes in, like it just feels like it's going to be a totally new game once I get it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad that you were able to use them and you could just see straight away like how effective they are. And I thought pre-game I were going to have to turtle up and then push out. Yeah. I would have wanted a different mission.
Yes.
One with 6 objectives does not help me. I want to clump.
Yeah.
If I'd have been able to clump and all my poxwalkers together and I could just throw 40 at you and I could do the mortal wounds and stuff, it'd have been great. But because it was 6 and the 2 objectives were spread really out in the middle,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. But I still really enjoyed it. It was a really good game.
It didn't seem close, but it was very close.
It was weird.
I had a lot of models
Yeah.
at the start of your turn too.
Yeah.
And then you wipe my Dreadnought, you wipe the Warsuit.
Yeah.
I actually thought I'm in trouble here.
Yeah, I thought I did enough, but it just wasn't enough. But the main issue is the charge from the Death Company. They got in.
Yes.
They wiped the Poxwalkers. I had to put a lot of stuff into them. You spent the CP, which is what I do, which is what you should do, to give them transhuman. Transhuman was huge. There was so many 5s that you rolled when you're doing your Feel No Pains. That meant you kept them alive. And
50-50 chance, isn't it?
Yeah,
rolling a 5.
So it was what you needed to do. And they're just such a bullet sponge. And Death Guard are weird. They don't have loads of firepower. You could build them like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe, but we don't have that. So, but there's stuff that I want for the Death Guard that we'll eventually get.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed playing Death Guard. It was really fun. I just didn't have enough left after the Lord died. I had my characters, the Blight Hauler, and then one Blight Lord. So I'd want to drop a few of the characters.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I think the list was lacking.
Yeah.
Because as soon as I killed your Plague Marines and whittled down your Terminators, you haven't really...
That's it. Don't have anything.
Got your Plague Burst, which does so much work.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's just a vehicle.
Yeah, I could get rid of 2 of the characters and literally I'd get rid of Putrefier, Tallyman. I'd keep the Blightspawn with the Flamer because he's amazing. Obviously, the Sorcerer and the Lord of HQ, so I wouldn't. But I'd get rid of the Tallyman and the Putrefier and then do some trimming elsewhere. I might not even run special weapons in my Plague Marines. I might run them bare bones and then just use them as objective holders, and I could get another Plague Burst in.
Yeah.
Or when we knock it to 2k, I can get a Plague Burst in, keep them bare bones, they hold objectives, Poxwalkers push forward, I get some Death Shroud or something like that, do you know what I mean? Or a second Plague Burst, and it's just a different feel to the list. Or Plague Drones. Plague Drones with Flesh Mowers would be amazing.
Yeah, they're just mow down Marines, don't they?
It'd be good. But I really enjoyed it. It's a good game, and I'm glad that you were able to use, finally, a codex.
Well, compared to last week's episode,
Yeah.
or Battle Report.
Yeah,
the
definitely.
2 wounds, if I had single wounds,
Yeah.
the
Death Company would have been dead straight away.
And you would have just had such an easier time.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The Death Company would have got flawed.
Yeah.
Even with the Feel No Pain, you'd have
Well, the
you'd
amount
been
of
gone.
shots you put into the Death Company, and they just managed to...
Because they've got 2 wounds, and your Feel No Pain is a 5 or a 6 because you paid the CP for it.
Yeah.
You were always failing 1, passing 1,
Yes.
which is what I do a lot. So if you were 1 wound, you'd be dead. It's not good enough, but because you got 2 wounds,
Yeah, it's always
you're fine. But any other thoughts?
I don't think so, really. Like I said, it's just nice to see what a codex does.
Yeah.
Obviously, because I'm using old codexes.
Yeah, 8th edition codexes.
It's just nice to have rules that are easy to follow.
Yeah.
And they just work well on the game.
Yeah, they do. They work
Especially
really well.
with the secondaries as well. Like, it didn't play off too much in this game, but Earth of Moments, for example, it's just a must-take for Space Marines.
Yeah, always take it. And if you get a mission where there's 5 objectives, you play 2,000 points, and it's in the middle of the board, you get 5 objectives, and there's 1 in the middle of the board. Oath of Moments and Domination. Take the 2 at the back, take the 1 in the middle. You get an Oath of Moments, you get a Domination, you just max it. It's bonkers. It's so good because I wanted to take Domination, but they were spread out, and I knew my force was going to be spread out. And
I feel like if the board was the opposite way around, so it was a shorter board, you would have probably
I'd have fared
a
better,
lot better,
because I'm not as spread out.
Plus, it would be further away, so but I think from a viewer standpoint, you can let us know in the comment section. But I think it was a really fun game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
And there was no dice swinging too much.
No,
it was very balanced.
Yeah,
for once,
which is good. And that literally is because we're both playing armies that have up-to-date codexes.
Yeah, because if you wasn't re-roll it, so say we're using Custodies for example, they rely on re-rolls because they don't do a lot individually. So if I was to charge your line now, you'd cancel my re-rolls and I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad you got to use Blood Angels because
yes,
an army that I've played since I was like 8, and they're my favourite Space Marine chapter, and they're just fun.
Yeah,
I just really like them, and you got to play them, and you got to experience the joy of getting +2 to charge, and it's ridiculous.
Their abilities are probably the best in the game. +1 to wound, it's just huge.
So good.
And +1 to charge.
Combats, +1 just off the bat, or use your Chaplain, get +2 in an aura. Then you didn't even use the icon of the Angel.
What's that one?
Which is you give it to give it to Chaplain, and then he rerolls charges in 6s.
Yeah.
In 6-inch. It's bonkers. It's so good. But yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I kind of saw in this game what Death Guard's weaknesses are.
Yeah.
So if you just focus all your power on a couple of units a turn instead of trying to just pick off individuals. For example, because I got rid of your Poxwalkers.
Yeah.
Again, in deploying, what you could have done is you could have spread out a bit more.
Do you know what was hard? Another thing, because of the Scorched Earth mission, the objectives were on the edge of the deployment zone. If it's where the other ones were, you've got one and it's a bit further back, I'd have been fine.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have got that charge.
Yeah.
Because I had to be up on the edge, that's why I put the Poxwalkers there so they could tech it. Because if I'd have put my Termies there, you'd have gone into my Termies or whatever, so I'll put them there to like buffer it. So, yeah, when we rolled the mission and I saw the mission, I was a bit like, ooh, we'll have to see. But that's what happens. It can just happen. You can just get a mission that doesn't work for you and a mission that does. It's just one of those things. And we're playing enough games that we'll get a game where I get a mission that favours me. It just happens.
Yeah, exactly. And because they're both new codexes, all the missions are winnable.
Yeah.
This game could have easily swung your
way. Definitely,
If you would have killed the Death Company Intercessors straight away, you would have been in such a better
spot. Yeah, it'd been a miles better spot. Definitely. I definitely 100% agree with that.
But it's just how games play sometimes.
Yeah, it's just what happens.
One or two important players that just affect the rest of the
First turn charge was absolutely huge. Because then I have to be like, oh, you're in my lines, I've got to divert everything, and it's, just don't have enough firepower. But again, we're going to tweak the Death Guard list and stuff and see what happens when we get more stuff for the studio. But hopefully you enjoyed the game. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the future for more battle reports.
And if you're still here, sneak peek for Chaos. We've got Slanesh Demons coming in soon.
Demons be coming.